Head coach John Becker just guided Vermont to their second America East title in 3 years. You're going back to the NCAA tournament, but are you taking that thing off anytime soon?
No. I've been inspired by your net beard, and this is my net beard.
How good does it feel? I mean, you've been here hosting this title game. We know the story about last year, and you come out against the same team and just emphatically win the title.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to, after the disappointment of last year, obviously, to get another shot at it and to be able to win and win like we did. It's a great feeling.
What was the work that you guys put in throughout the season, from the moment that last buzzer sounded last year to get back to where you were again 2 years ago, back in the big dance?
Yeah, I mean, we graduated a lot of the guys that were in the game last year. So, this summer seems like forever ago, but we started in August going to Canada for an exhibition tour and really just trying to figure out what we had, put together a really challenging non-conference schedule that we came out of kind of surprisingly really well and started to learn about what we had, and we're able to kind of piece it together here through conference play and kind of play our best basketball at the end of the year.
And you and I have talked a lot about the seniors, like you mentioned, graduating and kind of finding that mantra or rhythm, if you will. Can you pinpoint one thing that led to this team's success this year and kind of turning over to this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Canadian trip had a lot to do with it, just guys getting to know each other. We had 3 freshmen that were a big part of this year's team, and new leadership group with Anthony really emerging as the leader along with Ernie Duncan. And so, and a guy, Everett Duncan, who doesn't get enough credit, is really the guy that starting this summer really started to bring guys together and create their relationships and really became an important connector for the young guys with the few old guys we had. And there was just a really good vibe around this team all year.
Talk about a bus trip to Canada. You're taking a bus and probably a plane somewhere for the big dance. What's that bus trip going to be like now?
Well, now, it really, we get to be the hunter again, instead of the hunted, which we've been for the last few years in conference. So, it will be a little less pressure, but we certainly want to, see what we can do, and the NCAA tournament's a lot about matchups, especially for mid-majors, when they get matched up against high major teams, and so we'll see what that's like. And there's a couple sites that are really kind of appealing to us, starting with Hartford. I'm from Connecticut, and it's a 3.5 hour bus ride from here, and we can get a lot of fans down there. So I've seen some mock things where we were playing there, and I think that would be really, really cool.
So again, you're going back to the tournament. You've been there a couple of times. What, experience do you bring into this to kind of try to get a win there, obviously, and obviously, be in that environment and have the team ready for the action? Yeah,
I think our experience in playing in a lot of these games helped us today, and certainly playing the NCAA tournament, we'll have, it won't seem so big to us. It will be, this team's a very business-like. The lead up to this game felt much more business-like than in past years. And so I expect us to have a couple good days of practice and be ready to play and play well.
Head coach John Becker of the 2019 America East champion Vermont Catamounts. Coach, congratulations and thank you.
Thanks, Sammy.